All right, so hopefully I do this right. Got this idea from Derek Coward, who said he kind of got the idea from somebody else. I can't remember who, maybe Keith, I'm not sure. But in any event, thanks. I like the idea. This is my comic shipment for the week. I have mine set up to go a week later than most. It was, they just said that, you know, the shipment would come out with better timing, being as they don't have to do as many orders. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. You know, if it helps them, and I get my comics by Friday rather than Saturday or Monday, you know, that's a good thing. So usually get home a little bit early on Fridays, but not that much earlier. So anyway, there's the packing stuff, and get this stuff out of here, and then go through it. So looks like we get bundles of comics first. Get rid of the tape. Might be able to use the bag for something else, right? Here's my list of stuff, but we don't need that. We don't need no stinking lists. What's this? Comic Book Legal Defense Fund Defender, Back to School with Comics. Kind of a newsletter or something? Oh, I'll have to check it out. Alright. Got Rebels, number 5. Good comic about the Revolutionary War up in, was it New Hampshire? I think it's New Hampshire, but don't quote me on that. But the first 4 issues were real good. I gave them to my brother-in-law and my nephew, because my brother-in-law is a French and Indian War reenactor, so I figured he'd enjoy those. I haven't heard from him yet, but Bizarro, number 3. Was disappointed in the first issue. Haven't bothered to read the second issue yet, but hopefully this will be a little bit better. He almost looks Pennsylvania Dutch, doesn't he? What is this? Seeds Survival, Scott Collins. That's probably why I bought it, because it was Scott Collins. Oh, that's neat. It's stapled on this edge, which is kind of funny because I'm working on a comic right now that I kind of wanted to do in that format. So it's going to be like daily strips. So I wanted to do 2 per page. So that'll work great. Plus the fact that, well, hey, good comic. I hope it's a good comic. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. It's the one I accidentally ordered 2 of. Don't know why. Don't know how exactly. Probably had it, seen it, clicked on it again. I don't know. But by the time I noticed it, I didn't want to say anything. I was just like, oh, the heck with it, you know. Justice League, Gods and Monsters, number 1. I loved the first issue of the Wonder Woman story, so I'm looking forward to reading these issues. DC Comics Bombshells. I'm a guy, what can I say? You know, I like that kind of stuff, right? Looks like it's got a nice cover. Hopefully the interior is as nice. Batman Detective Comics, Bucolito and Blanco. I was buying this because Francis Manapul was doing it, and I love Francis's art. So I'm not sure. I'll check it out. I'm way behind on this comic though, so I don't know. You know, check it out and I'll keep it or not. Batman Beyond, number 4. I've read the first 3 issues. So far so good. I kind of echo Derek Coward's complaint that Brother Eye just, I don't know, just doesn't strike me as a great villain or anything, but you know, hopefully it's over within the first 6-issue arc, and then we move on and we do something else. If not, I don't know. Kind of shocked at some of the stuff that's going on, like who the Batman Beyond is. It's not who you think it is if you don't know. It's kind of a shock when I read that first issue, because I hadn't been following, or I hadn't kept up with Future's End, I think it was, that revealed that stuff. What do we got here? Gotham by Midnight. I got the first issue, decided to wait and get the trade because I enjoyed the first issue enough that I figured I'd get the trade. I'm a big fan of Ben Temple-Smith's art. So that was a big point for me to buy this as a trade, you know, because it's something I want to keep because I love his art. Manifest Destiny number 16. Man, I am way behind on this. This is issue number 16. I can't tell you. I was probably at 2 or 3, but I'll get caught up one of these days. It always happens. Justice League Gods and Monsters number 2. Because, remember, I get a monthly shipment. Savage Dragon 206. I like Eric Larson. He seems like a really nice guy, and loved his stuff when I was younger, you know, when he was doing Spider-Man and when he started doing Savage Dragon. I actually have a Savage Dragon comic that he did back when he was an amateur, you know, before he was actually, you know, working for the big companies. And when he said thank you, he actually drew Savage Dragon on there for me, who was in the book, by the way. So that was kind of neat. So I've always been a big fan of his. Gods and Monsters 3, because like I said, I loved the cartoon and I loved the first issue. So Superman, John Romita Jr., another name. I'll buy the art, no matter what. So you know, if he's doing it, I'll probably buy it. As chances are. Justice League 3000 number 3. Man, this was a shocker. I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. Keith Giffen and Demadius Brian? I can't remember his name, but I think it's Brian. But anyway, he it was just the first 2 issues were really kind of blew me away. It's like, wow, they're kind of making fun, having fun, just a lot of fun. Period. Next up, we got looks like some magazines here. Should have pulled that tape off before I did that, but I didn't. Comics Review, one of my favorite magazines. Reprints all kinds of different comic strips, some in color, Alley-Oop, Tarzan, Mandrake, Sir Bagby, Captain Easy, or is that, no, this is, oh crud, what's his, oh god, I can't think of the name. Buzz Sawyer, which Roy Crane did after he left Captain Easy. And, ooh, look, there's a big Ricochet story in there. I'm a big Ricochet fan. Loved that comic from way back. Modesty Blaze, Tarzan Dailies, Flash Gordon, Steve Canyon, not a big fan, but Gasoline Alley, I mean, just a lot of good stuff. Yeah, it's a little expensive, but for what you get in it, and the price it gets discounted at, you know, I can't beat that. Hogan's Alley, great book as far as comic strips go. If you like comic strips, I do. I love comic strips, or maybe even a little bit more than comic books. So yeah, I know it's hard to believe, right? So yeah, here's. It's a good issue. Looks looks like it has something on comic books in here too. Wow. The top 20 Silver Age comic books. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know that I've ever noticed that. The Spinner Rack. It's by Craig Schutt. S-H-U-T-T. I think that'll be interesting. And of course the good old Previews magazine. Probably the first thing that I look at when I get my shipment. That's embarrassing to say, but it's the truth. I'm probably not the only one though. So anyway, that's it. That's everything I got this time.